Hello and welcome to Final Fantasy XIV and the Moonfire Faire event in the year 2020. So let's look into that. I get the flame dance emote. Ah, you've come. There are but two constants in summer, sweltering heat and brave adventurers, and the Moonfire Faire cannot well begin in earnest until both have arrived. The sweat on my brow and your cocksure stride tell me that finally that time is here. But first it seems we have an uninvited guest on the shores of Costa del Sol that's causing chaos and alarm among our celebrations. If reports of a fisherman's guilds are to be believed, the gargantuan man-eating shark has been terrorizing the coast, gnashing its teeth and threatening to devour Revella's whole. Needless to say, this has put something of a damper on an otherwise rousing event. For mercy, no one has yet come to harm, but I fear it's only a matter of time before the shark must sate its appetite. We must nip this problem in the bud before tragedy strikes. While the members of our committee are doing their utmost to find a solution, a pair of capable hands could only speed things along. Hamaga, chief chaperone of the festivities, is standing by in Costa del Sol, eager to greet any potential volunteers. Let's go there. And as we're currently at night, there's a firework going on here. Well, the savior of summer has arrived. I was afraid we'd have to pack up for safer shores. But now that the two apex predators arrived, I believe we can stay readily put. Although I've yet to see it with my own eyes, there have been disturbing reports of an enormous shark lurking in the waters nearby. The Adventurers Guild takes these reports seriously. Our guest safety must come first. Culling fiends is our bread and butter, and now it's time to show our mettle. Master Gagarushu means to protect his stake in the festival as well, and as we speak is assembling an elite team of shark hunters. I should be here soon, and I'd appreciate if you keep a lookout for me in the meantime. 2 pairs of eyes are better than one, after all. Shark, run for your lives! What? Wait just a minute. You don't mean to face that beast all by your lonesome, do you? I'm not exactly dressed for combat here. Why do you think I came all this way? Spoken like a seasoned adventurer, but you're as foolish as you're daring if you think I'm letting you risk life and limb needlessly. Stay your weapon. Reckless heroes will only serve to incite the monster. Well, looks like we had a show of glory today. The certified shark hunters are here. Tracy, at your service. In years past, the Cascadiers were formed to quench the Bombardier's fiery rage, and in that self-same spirit the Bombardiers have assembled to send this new threat back to the depths. You will see safety return to your beaches. Bago has been recruited to lend his expertise. Knowledge, skill, expertise. Bago knows a thing or two about explosions. The Bombardiers, huh? I wish the guild would have mentioned that they were handing over the torch. But the guild isn't involved in our inception. The Bombardiers owe their existence solely to Master Gagarushu. He could not afford to wait for someone else's solution, but he could afford to make his own. The shark is unlike any I've seen in my long years of research. Judging from my analysis of its movements and behaviors, it means to leave its watery home and encroach upon these very shores. Why the hell would it do that? That much remains a mystery. The beast's final destination is impossible to discern, but we would be fools to let it run amok. However, it seems to have no interest in attacking us, yet. If we were to engage it directly, however, it may gain a taste for blood, and there's no telling how many innocent lives would be lost before its appetite was sated. If we had to coax it back once it came, it must be done without spilling blood. And that is where our kobold friend comes in. In exchange for some rare alchemical supplies, he has offered to share with us his clan's method of creating the self-same bombs which so often threatened our realm in summers past. Yes, Bago treats his bombs most lovingly, most protectively. But Bago loves shiny materials just as much. Materials which were promised. Sworn, pledged, promised. You must also promise not to tell the other kobolds that Bago shares his secrets. If they were to find out, Bago would never hear the end of their grumblings, complaints, mourns, grumblings. Sure? Yes, indeed. Thanks to Bago's cooperation, we have managed to create our own bombards, which should explode with enough force to disabuse this shark of any notion of coming further inland. Have you lost your bloody mind? The realm's almost burnt on account of these demons, and now we're using them as toys? We must use the knowledge gleaned from conflicts past to see us safely through those to come. Don't you agree, adventurer? If you would offer your aid to our cause, me and the other bombardiers would gladly welcome you among our ranks. Splendid. Any adventurer brave enough to draw the weapons against such an overwhelming foe is sure to be a formidable ally. Our operation will begin soon. Speak with me when you're ready. Ah yeah, good old Bago. From the Kobold Dailies, if you remember him. Greetings. I take it your preparations are complete? Then let's get right to it. The first obstacle we had to overcome was the matter of how to manipulate the bombard without also putting ourselves in danger. And that, we once again found inspiration in bygone days. Perhaps you have heard of a bomb dance? It's a tradition that originated in the Far East, performed during the summer. It is also said to have the power to influence the bombards themselves. I asked Bago if his creations could be trained to respond to the movements and rhythms of such a dance. He assured me most empathetically that they could, and considering the nature of the threat before us, suggested we could use the dance even more explosive than the bomb dance. Jiri put forth one of her favorites, traditional steps performed by the Lalafell of the Southern Isles. Jiri, if you will. Of course, if it pleases you, allow me to perform a flame dance taught to me by my grandmother. Jury tells me the dance's purpose is twofold. Not only did it spur the warriors of the Isles into action, but it was also said to mollify savage spirits slumbering within the volcanic mountains, overshadowing the villages. Amazing. Astounding, amazing. Such powerful movements would set the iciest heart ablaze. Bago shudders to think how it might inflame his little bombs. Considering the complexity of the steps, it may behoove you to first practice with a smaller specimen. It would be a shame if our noble endeavor was cut short by a premature detonation. When again the shark emerges to wreak havoc, we will send forth one of our bombards. Their flames will need some encouragement at first, so dance thusly to enkindle them. Continue the dance and the bombard will be set ablaze, hopefully making it a match for the shark. If the creature's flames should begin to fade, however, then perform these steps to restore their vibrancy. As simple as that. And now we play the waiting game. Stay vigilant, and the moment you see even a fin emerge from water, brace yourself, and we shall begin at once. There's much at stake, but I believe we are more than up for the task. Join the Fate Bombard where the shark which will appear in the southeastern region of the fairgrounds. Make careful use of a flame dance to lead the bombard to victory over the shark. Pay close attention to the bombard's self and use both forms of the flame dance to empower it to drive its foe back to the ocean floor. The steps may seem intimidating at first, but I'm certain you'll master them in no time at all. You'll have to, if you're to have any hope of salvaging summer. Currently on. There's a shark. Far away. Okay, how does it work now? Ah, here. What's that mean? Okay. Dance! More sharks? Maximum flammability, okay. Vegetable rising. Weirdly done. Don't let up. That monster's not long for this fight. Get back. Explosion imminent. That wound menace turned savior. It's truly a day for surprises. We never see the likes of that bomber again. Your explosive sacrifice won't soon be forgotten. Okay, that was the fate, yeah? You crazy bastards really went and did it. You put on a show I could see from here, and with a burning passion I could feel right down to the cockles of my heart. We couldn't have done it without Serenia. I dare say the bombardiers have not only carried the torches of their predecessors, but have set it ablaze with a flame that will burn forevermore. Bago's bomb went forth with such courage, such grace. Bago must work day and night to make another that will outshine her blaze of glory. I don't know about all that, but it's plain to see your efforts have brought peace back to the shores of Costa del Sol. Seems we won't be cancelling this year's Moonfire Faire after all. And yet there are many questions left unanswered. How did the shark develop legs and hands? And for what purpose did it come ashore? Ah! Shark! A thousand apologies, lass. Didn't mean to give you such a fright. This little bugger can scurry off quicker than a chocobo when it gets a mind to. Captain Fursagear, what brings you here and what brings that? My little friend, he roams wherever the wind carries him. Isn't he just the cutest? A face you could kiss if it weren't covered in scales, that is. And he got the heart of an adventurer. He flopped on the deck of the Endeavour during one of our ocean fishing voyages. It was love at first sight. We've been fast friends ever since. I could ask for no better shipmate on the high seas, and I reckon the feeling is mutual. Well then, I'd best head back to the ship. The navigator waits for no man or shark. You don't think? What if a big fish here was here looking for a little fish? Quite impossible. What would be the chances of that? Besides, even if it were the case, that tiny critter seemed to be content at Captain Fursagear's side. I suppose it matters not. By our deeds, the Moonfire Faire has been saved, and we can return to the festivities. So bright, so violent, Bago's little bomb. Bago will never forget you. Yes, you should rightly be proud of your contribution. And I should report back to Master Gegaruju at once. Doubtless he will jump with joy at the news of our victory. Alright. Everything wrapped up in a neat little package, huh? No way these unresolved questions will come back and bite us in the ass. Well, if they do, I hope you can remember the steps of that dance. And then we get the Flame Dancer's emote. Anything more? You show another quest on the minimap? No, that's more like it. People frolicking in the sand, dancing their hearts out. Not a single fin in sight. Yeah. Excellent job scaring away that man-eating shark friend. Although I suppose we didn't actually witness it eating anything, man or otherwise. Anyway, I reckon as long as we have those bombards at our disposal, we can breathe easy for the time being. And by the way, Master Gegerujo sends his regards. Seems he's quite eager to learn more about this flame dance, and he's given you the honor of an audience. Might be best to go speak with him now. He's not known to enjoy waiting around. The woman of the hour arrives at last. Julie, just now regaling me the tale of your bravery and grace. A tale which I now see contains no exaggerations. Everyone in Costa del Sol, myself included, owes you a debt of gratitude. I understand it was quite the display. Indeed, Serenia would have been right at home, dancing along with my grandmother. She guided the bomber to an effortless victory over that vicious beast. Ah yes, the dance. A most curious thing. Jewelry has been serving me for longer than I can remember, yet I've just recently learned of it. Just how long have you been keeping this a secret? I only ever viewed it as a provincial tradition, not something that would pique your refined sensibilities, and certainly not something on which lives would hinge. My grandmother told me that the flame dance began as a way to quell the fiery rage of a goddess who slumbered in the mountains of the Southern Isles. It served not only as a form of protection. Over time, new steps were added to stoke the spirits of warriors soon to depart to battle. Given those origins, it seemed the perfect fit for this unique problem we faced. Grace meets tradition. I dare say it embodies the spirit of Costa del Sol. You simply must perform it for me. Perhaps along with some of the other dancers? Yes, with the graceful and lithe ones. I should very much like to see them swaying back and forth. Huh? It seems Master Gegerujo has a keen interest in the flame dance. I suppose it would be only fitting for to let you do the honors. Rest assured, your services will be well compensated. Will you oblige us? Excellent. In that case, I shall see to the necessary preparations at once. In the meantime, recruit as many dancers as are willing, and I'm sure in no time we'll have an entourage that will please this most demanding of audiences. So you're the woman Hermaga has been gushing about, and with good reason. The Holy tells that you single-handedly drove that ill-mannered predator back to the depths where it belongs. Your heroics bring me back to the days of the Cascadiers, where we drove back the bombard menace by the skin of our teeth. What a reversal that this year our former foes will play a part in our salvation. Say again? You want to teach me this flame dance? Well, I suppose as one of the chaperones of the festivities, I should know the steps by which they were saved. Wouldn't you agree, Botfon? Ah, cheat. Now, that's a dance. Graceful yet powerful. Refined yet torrid. It is summer embodied. Its simplicity belies the power of its motions. I must admit I'm somewhat hesitant to perform such a dance in front of Master Gegerujo, but as long as I'm not alone, I'm sure I'll overcome my stage fright. But first, we must practice. Ah, Serenia, good to see you. I heard stories of a battle with a shark. I wish we had been there to cheer you on. It's from last year, the guy, right? Did you hear that? She's teaching the dance to one and all. It doesn't matter if we miss the epic battle. We can scare the shark off ourselves next time it shows its moss-afflicted snout. Did you see that? Did you? I think I've memorized it. Oh, I dare another overgrown fish to try and ruin our fun. Stay here while I practice. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, it's you. I heard tell you put a performance so fiery it scared away a shark as large as a house. Master Geruju wishes us to learn that dance? Of course, it would be our pleasure. It may well come in handy the next time he's in one of his moods. My words, the steps are most elegant in their simplicity, but the movements are as fierce as a raging inferno. Truly, it is a dance for the season. Now everyone, let's practice until we get it right. Master Geruju will accept nothing less than perfection. I never imagined so many would be eager to learn the flame dance. Thank you. If only my grandmother were here to see this, I have no doubt it would bring a smile to her face. While even a single dancer can make a strong impression, compared to a group performing in unison, they are as a candle before a blazing bonfire. I've arranged matching attire for each of you, that your fire might burn ever brighter. Once you've dressed for the occasion, meet us on the beach, and we shall usher in the arrival of peace to the Moonfire Faire. Finally, the moment is at hand. I pray this dance is every bit as invigorating as I've been led to believe. Through the power of dance, you have restored peace and quietude to the shores of Costa del Sol. If aught appears to threaten this hard-won serenity once more, use the flame dance to send the menace scurrying back to its lair. You may now purchase the wares from a Moonfire Faire vendor, participate in the fate appearing in the southeastern region, to earn vouchers that can be exchanged for goods. Smile, you son of a... Okay, and there's the dress stuff, right? We didn't get that, this was just borrowed, yeah. But we can buy it with these tokens. Which is nice. Okay, but that's it for the Moonfire Faire, I think. At least for the episode. Until next time, when we play more Final Fantasy XIV. I am Mace, and don't get lost.